A warm welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to race preview on the Sunday meeting here at Bangalore as we kickstart the race preview of the first race, which is the lively Emprey Plate. And the calf horses rated 0 to 25. We start off with the first runner will be number 1, Princess Jasmine, who ran 4th on this occasion, having run 4th being Spirit Dancer, 2nd being Master Way, 9th on Bezwara Sultan's run, and in this occasion ran 4th out of 12 runners being Super Kind. In race number 143 is Princess Jasmine. Came in and finished on ending up 4th on this occasion over a trip of 1200 meters from tongue strap, rated at 25. Number 2 will be Chinky Pinky. Chinky Pinky ran 3rd. Star Serenade was the winner on this outing, and Chinky Pinky was running 3rd at the stage and eventually finished on there itself. Now been switched over on the outside to come and finish on 3rd. Star Serenade came and emerged victorious to win by a margin of 3/4 of a length, and Chinky Pinky ran into the money, finishing on 3rd, rated at 23. Spawning side cheek piece is Chinky Pinky. Number 3 will be Emeraldo, and number 9 also coming up for scrutiny in this race is Chirag. These are the 2 runners, but let's have a look at Emeraldo's credential, who's had 4 outings. Ran once 4th behind multi-sided, but in this occasion ran 8th behind Baltimore in race number 86 is Emeraldo. When tongue strap crossnose band rubber debit rated at 18 is Emeraldo, whereas 9 Chirag on the other hand started off on a good note by running 4th behind Glaze, but subsequently 2 outings ran 7th behind multi-sided and 9th behind Baltimore is Chirag. Be safe for the song locks when tongue strap rated at 8. 4 will be NRI Millennium. NRI Millennium was the one who ran 7th out of 9 runners. Second for most part of the journey and drop back gradually is NRI Millennium, having run 6th behind the Striking Day on the previous occasion over the trip of 1200 meters, and in this occasion in a lower class finished on 7th out of 9 runners. Empress Bella the winner, spawning blinkers tongue strap foot, rated at 17. 5 will be Phoenix Surprise. Phoenix Surprise ran 11th. Princess Jasmine was the winner. Race number 156 of last winter you're looking at of Phoenix Surprise. Phoenix Star out of Foxy, Maine. Race number 156 finished on 11th out of 12 runners. 11th right throughout was Phoenix Surprise and ended up there itself from Tungster Crosses band, rated at 15. Princess Jasmine the winner. Megan comes in next. Megan was the one who ran 6th behind Golden Glory on this occasion. Well, started off his campaign with a 2nd behind Mehra on the first occasion in race number 1. Subsequently ran 6th behind Baltimore and 6th again behind Golden Glory in race number 133 or the trip of 1200 meters is Megan. Perfect stride out of Game Dancers from tongue strap, rated at 14 is number 6 Megan. 7 will be Embosom. Embosom ran 3rd. My Solitaire was the winner over the trip of 1400 meters. Embosom was the one who had that slender lead, and My Solitaire came up with a rattle on the outside, been produced about 4-5 wide off the fence, came and emerged victorious to beat the first 2 runners, and Embosom ran 3rd on this outing. Pretty consistent in his last 4 outings is Embosom from Blinkers Cosmos band, rated at 13. Estefania comes in next. Estefania was the one who ended up finishing on 8th on this outing is Estefania. Well, was up there in front and then dropped back to end up finishing on 8th, having run 3rd behind Mera and 5th behind Glaze. 8th on this outing, rated at 9 from Tungster Crossnose band. We move on to the second race, which is the Camineto Plate Division II. Distance run is 1200 meters. We have a look at number 1, Road Runner. Road Runner was the one who was in that back bunch, finished on 8th. Felisa was the winner. Royal Deccan was the one who ran 3rd on the sorting. We have seen this footage before with Felisa emerging victorious, and this horse, Road Runner, was the one who ran 8th, having run 2nd in Mysore behind First Impression. And in this occasion ran 8th behind Felisa over the trip of 1200 meters. So this one tongue strap rated at 33. 6 on the other hand is Royal Deccan, ran 3rd, having run 6th in his previous occasion behind Glorious Spectre. 3rd behind Felisa over the trip of 1200 meters, rated at 20 cents from tongue strap crossnose band. 2 will be Cascades. The eventual winner in this race was Cascades. Emerging victorious to win by a margin of a long neck was Cascades. Western Ascot charmed alive over the trip of 1400 meters and made every post a winning one. Although the margin between the first 2 runners is just about a long neck. Varzano was catching up on the outside, but the Cascade just managed to win. Tungster Crossnose band, rated at 32. Silicon Star, who ran 4th, Darien the winner, who came in from that back bunch to end up finishing on fourth on this outing is Silicon Star. Well, over the trip of 1200 meters in race number 77, finished fourth, finished second behind Saigon in the previous occasion. 8.5 lengths was the margin between the first two runners on the first occasion. In this run, ran fourth behind Darien, rated at 32. Number 4 will be Temperance. Temperance was in that back bunch and finished 9th out of 10 runners. Is Temperance. Total Gallery at a Relentless is Temperance. Finished 7th behind Glorious Spectre on the previous occasion. Over the trip of 1100 meters, Pontang Stop rated at 29. Legendary Impact. Legendary Impact ran second behind Flash, and in this occasion ran 5th out of 10 runners behind Glorious Spectre over the trip of 1100 meters. In race number 80 is Legendary Impact. Declaration Award of Ultimate Legend. Von Tungstop rated at 27 is Legendary Impact, having run second behind Flash over the trip of 1200 meters in his previous occasion, but has been pretty consistent in his previous runs in last winter as well. And Whitney comes in next. Whitney was the one who ran 8th behind Night Trader, and 7th on the outing behind Indian Brocade is Whitney. In the silks of grey, red spots, grey sleeves, red cap is Whitney over the trip of 1100 meters. On both occasions ran over that 1100 and finished on 8th on the first occasion and 7th behind Indian Brocade from basket bid rate 27. 8 will be Equalizer. Equalizer is the one was at a win legend at a Mannat is Equalizer. Finished 7th behind Fortis on this occasion is Equalizer. Angling for his run in between runners. Got that opening in and ended up eventually finishing on 8th out of 8 runners is Equalizer. Win legend at a Mannat. Previously ran 8th behind Basilica with 7th behind Habibti. 8 behind Lady Lion, and in this occasion finished on 8th out of 8 runners behind Stentorian, rated at 22 from Blinkers Tongue Strap. The third race coming up will be the running of the Esquire Plate, and we have a look at number 1, Aces Up, and number 8 coming up also for scrutiny will be Hushed. But let's have a look at Aces Up, who ran second on the sorting. The silks of dark blue, light green, white, and light green V is Aces Up, who finished on second out of 9 runners behind Sapporo. 2 lengths was the margin between the first 2 runners is Aces Up, and started to come up fast on the outside, but could only finish on just a second on this outing is Aces Up, putting hanging bit, whereas number 8 Hushed in the silks of dark blue, light green ended up finishing on 7th out of 9 runners. And Concora, who ran third. Mana was the winner on this occasion, and Concora was up there in front. Looked like he would come and take over the running, but Mana was the one who flashed onto the scene and ended up winning this race as Mana by a margin of 1 1/4 lengths, whereas Concora second behind Night Raider, second behind Aquitania, second behind Victoria Cross, and third behind Mana, rated at 31st from Tungsten Cross was band. Par of Gold, who ran 6th out of 11 runners. Duel at a multi-star is Par of Gold. Race number 88 is the one which is in question. Finished 6th out of 11 runners. Hyperdrive was the one which was warming up on the odds to come and win by a head, in fact. And Par of Gold on this occasion ran 6th out of 11 runners. From Tungsten Cross was band. Basket bid is number 4, Power of Gold. Zeppelin, who finished on 7th, number 6 in the card is Zeppelin. The silks of gold, blue belt, gold sleeves is Zeppelin, who finished on 7th on both occasions. 7th being Elysium and 7th being Miracle Star is Zeppelin in race number 103 is from Tungstop Crossnose Band. Divine Right comes in next. That's the next runner we have a look at. 9 we move on to, that's Mai Tai. We don't have the footage of Divine Right, who ran in Mumbai, in fact. But Mai Tai is the one who ran second behind Refined Aggression, and second again behind Hidden Dreams. Was a fancy run on that occasion, Mai Tai, and ended up a long way second is Mai Tai. Tungstop rated at 33. 10 will be Romping Home, and but 12 coming up for scrutiny will be Zephyrin. But this horse, Romping Home, was a fancied runner and ended up finishing on second on this outing with Flight of Fancy was the one who rallied well on the inside railing to come and emerge victorious to win by a margin of a length. In fact, got that run in between runners with Romping Home still having that advantage, and Flight of Fancy came and charged in to end up winning this race by a length, putting Tungstop as Romping Home, whereas Zephyrin ran fourth, having run second behind Vegata, 7th behind Maler, and 4th behind Flight of Fancies, one tongue stop rated at 30. Solara is the one who ran 5th on the sorting as Solara came in from that back bunch to come and finish on 5th out of 9 runners. Refined Aggression was the winner. Race number 49 is the one which is in question. Came in and finished on 5th on the sorting is Solara. Dreamfielder of Lady Legend is Solara. Back to the 4th race, the Salazaar Plate. Horses rated 60 to 85, distance runners 1200 meters. We have a look at 5 runners coming up for scrutiny with number 1, Never Given, who finished on ending up 7th on the sorting with 2 Delavies, number 4 Jersey King, number 6 Mazeltov, and number 7 Metzinger. These are the 5 runners coming up for scrutiny. But let's start off with the first runner coming up is Never Given. After that twice third being Credence and Pluto, ended up finishing on 7th. Pretty hard to digest after that good performance, running 7th on this occasion is Never Given. Is rated at 82's one tongue crosses band. Delavi is the eventual winner on this occasion, having run 2nd behind Pluto. Finished on as an eventual winner, beating Jersey King, and Jersey King ran 2nd on this outing. Well, knocking at the door was Jersey King, up there in front for most part of the journey, and ran 2nd, one tongue stop rated at 77. Mazeltov, on the other hand, winner in his last outing, and in this occasion ran 3rd behind Delavies, rated at 72, one tongue stop crosses band and basket bet. Metzing, on the other hand, hasn't shown any form at all, rated at 72. And we move on to number 3, that's Done It Again. Done It Again was the one who was last at the stage and ended up finishing on 7th out of 7 runners. Elpenor, the winner, rated at 79. One tongue stop is number 3, Done It Again. All Attraction and number 10 in the card, that's Invincible. These are the 2 runners we have a look at. All Attraction was the one who was at 4 outings. Started off on a winning note by beating Naughty Pattern by a margin of 3 lengths. Subsequently ran 4th being Main Magic, and thereafter ran 5th to Mandarino and 8th being Emphatic as All Attraction. Western Aristocrat Satellites, one tongue stop rate 74, and number 10 in the card, that's Invincible. Yet another runner which won his last outing in last winter, and thereafter hasn't shown any form except for that race number 65 where Invincible ran 3rd behind Mandarino. Finished on 6th on this outing, rated at 67, but tongue stop and hood is Invincible. Victoria Dorasani and number 11 Grizzly are the 2 runners. Victoria Dorasani was the one, was nicely positioned in that forward bunch and ended up finishing on 3rd. Grizzly, on the other hand, ended up 5th on this outing. After that 7th behind Pluto in his previous occasion over the trip of 1400 meters, ran 5th out of 12 runners behind Traila is number 11 Grizzly. Top class out of Diamondite, rated at 66. Victoria Darasani, both the occasions ran into the money, running 2nd behind Vyasa and 3rd behind Traila. From tongue sub, side chickpeas, cross nose band and hood, rated at 70 is number 8 Victoria Darasani. West Narascata center stage is number 8 Victoria Darasani. 9 will be Excellent Lass. The eventual winner in this race is Excellent Lass. Will be introduced on the outside, almost about 5 wide off the fence. Started to catch up on the outside and came in eventually won on this occasion. Excellent Lass. After that 7th behind Bishop on the previous occasion or this shorter trip, ended up winning this race, beating Densitsu by a margin of 3/4 lengths from tongue stop, rated at 69. We move on to the next race, which is the 5th race of the afternoon, which is the Admiral Henry John Ross Trophy. One will be Sensational, who ran 7th on this outing. The horse which ran in Calcutta and finished on 7th out of 9 runners is Sensational. Roderick O'Connor out of Miss Mystic finished on 7th, and previously winner of back-to-back wins and 4th behind Norwegian Wood and 3rd behind Sativur is Sensational. In this occasion ran 7th out of 9 runners. Stormy Ocean, the winners from Blinkers Tongue Stop, rated at 63. 2 will be Asagiri. Asagiri was the one who ran 9th, has had 4 outings and all his 4 runs are disappointing. Finishing on off the frame on all the occasions is Asagiri. Win Legend out of Mannat, rated at 62 from Blinkers, Tungsta, Crossnose Band and Basket Bet is Asagiri. 3 will be Circle of Dreams. Circle of Dreams ran 16th. Sovereign King was the winner on this outing, and Circle of Dreams was the one who started off on a winning note, beating Red Bishop by a margin of 2 1/4 lengths, and subsequently in the Colts Championship Stakes ended up 16th out of 16 runners. Sovereign King was the winner, rated at 50 cents. But Tungsta Crossnose Band is Circle of Dreams. Elfin Knight comes in next. Elfin Knight ran 3rd. Thundering Phoenix was the winner, and Elfin Knight was traveling about 3 deep in the 3rd position and finished on there itself. Is Elfin Knight in the colors of brown with gold belt and sleeves. Light green cap is Elfin Knight, who ran 5th behind Rock Bank and previously ran 2nd in Chennai behind Perfect Legend is Elfin Knight. And this is race number 105, finished on 3rd out of 7 runners, rated at 56 for tongue stop and rubber bed. And 5 will be Polestar, who ran 3rd is Polestar. In fact, a long way 3rd is Polestar, finishing on 3rd. After that win in race number 62, beating Basilica by a margin of 6 3/4 lengths, ran ending up 3rd in a maidens race in Indian Brocade's win is Polestar, rated at 56 for tongue stop and basket bet. Para Beauty comes next in Sir Winston, who ran 4th on this occasion is Sir Winston. But let's have a look at Para Beauty's credential. 11th on the first occasion, being emphatic on in race number 56, and subsequently in race number 97 ran 3rd out of 8 runners. Divine Star was the winner, and this horse, Para Beauty, ran 3rd on this outing, rated at 56 tongue strap, whereas Sir Winston 4th out of 8 runners, having won a race in his previous outings, and in this occasion ran 4th out of 8 runners. And this horse beat Laguna Seca by a margin of 5.5 lengths, rated at 41. Stravinsky is the next runner who ran 4th. Rico was the winner. Stravinsky is the one which has been in absolute rosing form in his last 3 starts, having back-to-back wins and beating Superkind and Aquamatic. And 4th being Rico is Stravinsky. Western Ascot is Sterlizas, when Tungster crosses band, rated at 51. Next race will be the Karnataka Mile Championship Cup, 4-year-old and over, distance on 1600 meters. We have 4 runners to face the starter for this Karnataka Mile Championship Cup, with number 1, Prana, the eventual winner in this race. Waiting to launch an assault was Prana, and did come and win on this occasion over that 1400 meter trip, having run twice second behind Merope and Shamrock over that 1400 and a mile trip. And in this occasion, emerged victorious to win by 3/4 of a length from Tungstar Crosshouse Band. Rubber day bet rated at 120 is Prana. Monteverdi, who ran second, is Monteverdi. Ranquilino was the winner on this occasion, and Monteverdi was in that second position and finished on there itself 3 3/4 lengths behind Ranquilino. Did the running for most part of the journey and dropped back to run, ending up second is Monteverdi. Rodrigo Corner out of Arabelle, well-bred horse. Monteverdi ran 6th behind Shamrock over that longer trip, finished on second, knocking at the doors when Blinkers tongue stop, rated at 106. Galahad comes the next. Galahad and Main Magic are the 2 runners we have a look at. Let's have a look at Galahad, who ran 6th behind Merope with 4th behind Ranquilino, and 5th out of 7 runners is Galahad over the trip of 1600 meters. When Tungstop Crossnose Band, rated at 99. Main Magic was the eventual winner. Back-to-back wins over the trip of 1400 meters, beating Secret Saint, and subsequently beat Champions Way by a margin of 3/4 lengths over the trip of 1600 meters is Main Magic. Moonlight Magic at a pure elation. When Tungstop Crossnose Band, rated at 96 is Main Magic. The last race will be the Camineto Plate Division I. Horses rated 20 to 45. Distance run is 1200 meters. 1 will be Eleonora. Eleonora ran 6th. The Pole Star was the winner, and Eleonora was the one who was up there in that 4th position and dropped back to run, ending up 6th out of 12 runners is Eleonora, having done the running for the most part of the journey. Pole Star was the winner, winning by 6 3/4 lengths. Eleonora ended up 6th over the 1200 meter trip. But tongue stop Dextering bet rated at 43. 2 will be True Punch. True Punch ran 8th. Defense Council was the winner, and True Punch was the one who ran 3rd behind Fortis, and in this occasion 8th out of 9 runners, second for most part of the journey, and 8th out of 9 runners, just beat 1 home on this occasion is True Punch. Defense Council was the winners, from tongue stop, rated at 42. Number 3 will be Monterio, and number 6, Joyful Spirit, are the 2 runners. But let's have a look at Monterio's credential. Monterio was the one who ran second in race number 5 behind See the Light, and thereafter was withdrawn in Stentorian Swin, 3rd behind Luxetena, and over the 9 furlong trip ran 3rd behind Galway Girl is Monterio's. One Tungster Crossnose Band, rubber debut rated at 41, whereas number 6 in the card, Joyful Spirit, winner in his last outing beating Sacred Creator, but on this occasion 8th out of 9 runners. Galway Girl the winner, rated at 35. Blinkers and tongue strap is number 6, Joyful Spirit. 4 will be Carrot Love. Carrot Love is at a Smuggler's Court. As zealous as Carrot Love, who ran fourth on the starting Star of India, was the winner. Well, nicely positioned and looked like you would come and finish on in the money is Carrot Love, but eventually ran fourth, twice fourth in fact is Carrot Love, but winner in last winter, beating Royal Deccan by a margin of 2¼ lengths. But on this occasion, they finished on fourth behind Star of India, having finished fourth behind Refreshment on the previous occasion, rated at 40 is Carrot Love. Syrah is the next runner, who ran 10th. Moneybacks was the winner, and Syrah was the one in the silks of white, red V, blue stripes on sleeves, red and blue coated cap is Syrah. Fiero at a Sugar House, who finished on 10th on this outing, hasn't done anything much of note, having finished twice 7th behind Bharat and Carrot Love, 6th behind NRA Ace, and 10th behind Moneybacks. That's the form and credentials from Blinkers, Tungster, Basket Bit and Crossnose Band, rated at 37. Mutual Trust is the next runner. Mutual Trust was a fancied runner and ended up finishing on second on this outing. Well, still up with that 2 lengths lead, and ended up finishing on second with Beauty's Star was the one who came in fast to nail down Mutual Trust in the last possible stride. Head was the verdict, and Mutual Trust ran second. After that, fourth being Naughty Scotties from Blinkers, Tungster, Crossnose Band, rated at 35. The last runner for the day will be Bold Act. Bold Act ran 12th out of 12 runners, last on this outing in the silks of brown with gold star and gold cap, finished on 12th out of 12 runners. Ebotse, the winner in race number 58 from Blinkers Tungster, rated at 34 is number 8 Bold Act. So that's when the pre of today's races will join you next week for the last weekend of the Bangalore racing. Until then, thank you from all of us.